What's going on, tutors? It's your host, Steven Schultz, here with my co-host, Rob.
What's going on, you little toots?
And we're here to talk to you about some stuff that we don't know nothing about. Toots. That is music. Rob, kick us off.
Episode 2, baby. We've got a doozy today. I've been thinking about this one ever since I sent it to you. It's gonna be a fun one. But before we actually get started, I did want to mention at the end of last episode, we said we were gonna try to do this monthly. And then like in the last week, just so our listeners are aware, we kind of
Our tutors.
yeah, just so our fellow tutors are aware, we kind of settled on bi-weekly, so like every other week we'll upload, just to kind of stay current because our first episode was a little bit out of date by the time we got it put up, but we're gonna try to stay a little more current. And I'm actually gonna upload this one hopefully within a week of this one being uploaded, and then we'll go to 2 weeks just so we aren't like way behind on the times anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we're looking at, because I think the first topic of the day, the longer we wait, the more out of date it gets, and that would be ye old Super Bowl and the halftime show, kind of the biggest piece of music news in the past couple days.
Yeah. Did you watch it live or did you watch a replay?
Yeah, I watched it live. I mean, like I had the game going just because like I like to watch the Super Bowl. I didn't really care about the game itself. I just like watching it. And to be honest, bro, I really haven't even been into the halftime show for like years. Like up until last year.
Oh, yeah.
Last year's was primo, dude. I actually just went back and rewatched that one, and I was still getting goosebumps. Last year's was really good.
The last time I really cared about the Super Bowl halftime show was back when, like, man, I feel like it was like the Black Eyed Peas, I think, were doing it. And I was young enough to where, like, I'm just getting into music, and I'm like, I'm cool if I like this band, so I have to be super upset that I'm not watching the halftime show right now.
Well, they were also really popular at that time.
Yeah. So that was the last time I even cared.
I don't know that Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent are all that popular anymore, but like it was just like a cool like 90s like concert. It was so sick.
Yeah. Yeah, last year's was cool.
Snoop, Dr. Dre, Eminem, freaking 50 Cent, Kendrick. People forget that even Anderson .Paak was there. He was just playing the drums, but he was there. Mary J. Blige. That was a really cool show. So moving.
Yeah, and they did like weren't like a bunch of those people just kind of like reveal like surprise intros in the show, wasn't it? Like they were kind of popping up and be like, "Oh snap! Look who's joining us."
Doesn't sound right to me, but possibly.
Oh well, I don't know too. So
yeah, you clearly are not tooting very well. But
clearly not.
But that brings us up to speed with this year's halftime show, which I also enjoyed. I don't know about you.
So I mean, it was fine, I guess. You know, I like a lot of her songs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The dancing was so strange. Like imagine if you took one of those dancers. Well, if you took one of those dancers and had them do it by themselves to her music, you'd be like, "What is this?" I think the only thing that saved it was the fact that it was synchronized with 100 other people and at the Super Bowl, but it was really strange.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But
I was thinking the same thing.
But the show was great. I saw there were a lot of TikToks of people telling you how to predict the first song. Did you see any of those?
No.
They're like, here's 3 things you watch out for that are surefire ways to predict the first song of the Super Bowl for like betting on or whatever.
Oh, brother.
And it was like, it's got to be a banger, so no one's gonna start off with a slow song.
Right.
It's got to be like super popular that like even your mom's gonna recognize this random song.
And it's got to be recognizable. Recognize that first song.
Yeah, and it's got to be recognizable by the first note. So a lot of people, they were thinking, all the lights. I heard one guy say, and then, what was that? I always forget the, no one I saw got it right. A lot of people were like, "There's no way it's gonna be." And they're like, it's got all these ones. They're like, it's not gonna be any of those, and everyone was super confident in what they were picking, but no one got it right. So I'm glad I didn't listen to them and take my $200 free on whatever it's called.
Well, you got $200 free for not betting on it?
No, it's like now that sports betting is legal in Ohio, it's like DraftKings or whatever is giving $200 free for your first bet or something.
Oh, I got you. Well, yeah, no harm, no risk there. You should have done it anyways.
Yeah,
but I would not have bet on "Bitch Better Have My Money" as the first song.
No,
I probably would. I probably would have bet All of the Lights, even though that's not even her song.
Yeah, that's what I saw. One guy who said it wasn't gonna be that because it's not her song, but
she did do it though.
I guess
she did
that
sing it.
yeah. So but it was a good show. It was really cool. Like, I don't know, like at the very last shot where she's like super high up on that single platform and you can see her like wiggling. I'm like, look, I'm not super scared of heights, but
I was like, how like, there's no way, like, are you actually strapped in up there? Like, I couldn't see her actually even being strapped in.
I didn't think so.
I'd be terrified.
I guess that's why she was lip singing, because she was
probably
like,
she was. Was she?
It really looked like,
it to me. The track's
several
playing,
times.
But like there were parts where she was also singing over. You could hear that she was actually singing over top of the track.
Yeah,
that's kind of how they do.
There were parts that I was singing that were lip syncing, though, but maybe not.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know Toots. I don't know Toots about the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
about the Super Bowl.
I don't know Toots and how they refer to lips. Not me,
dude. She is like gorgeous though, and the fact she did that while she was pregnant, like intense. I didn't even know she was pregnant. Apparently, she has a first kid. I didn't know that either. This is her second kid.
I thought I may have known that. I don't know.
I had no idea.
I don't think anyone really knew. I think that Super Bowl show was like kind of like her announcing that she was.
That's kind of the cool thing about Rihanna is like she is like a household name, but she has stayed so far out of the public light. Like she's really good at staying private and like not being like a tabloid celebrity, which is like one of these days when I'm a celebrity, that's the celebrity I want to be, you know?
Yeah. Well, you just got to make music. Well, first of all, you have to know Toots and then make Toots on the level of Rihanna's Toots.
I don't know if I'll ever get to that level of Toot knowledge is the problem.
Yeah, it's tough.
And I'll never have a voice like her.
or that smolder look she was giving. That's what I was seeing. A ton of memes. All the memes of when it first went on to her.
That look and the stages being the Super Smash Bros. Level. That cracked me up when people were editing it into Super Smash. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I saw a lot of things that were saying it was a good show, but then I was talking to Alyssa and she's like, I heard a lot of people said it was a bad show just because it was like super, I guess it was super hyped up because she hasn't been done any sort of public show or anything like that in forever, and everyone was hyping it up, but for someone who doesn't really pay attention to pop culture that much, I watched it and went, okay, yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I liked it. Shoot, what was I going to say? Well, as far as her not releasing music or anything, did you know she wasn't like actually paid for that show? Like she did it for free. It was just, or at least from what I've read, she did it for free just to raise awareness for her brand, like her whole brand. And so I guess maybe she's working on making new music, putting something out, but yeah, she hasn't done a whole lot recently.
I know she like did that short little like 2 seconds of her putting on like her makeup or whatever.
No, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's like one of the side dancers just pulled it out of the pocket and she put it on and gave it back.
But she has a makeup line?
I thought that's what that was. Maybe not.
I didn't know. I just legit thought that she was like, I need to touch up my makeup.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know Toots, and I really don't know makeup. So
that is true. Toots and makeup are two things we struggle at.
Yeah, please tune into our other podcast. We don't know Moots, which is makeup Toots.
Well,
yeah.
So yeah, Rihanna, good job on the Super Bowl. I love you. Slide into the DMs if you want. But
there were a lot of NBA players. I saw this NBA show or this TikTok of NBA players slide into her DMs or tweeting at her.
Of course. Dude, you know she's like a huge LeBron fan too, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember her getting into it. Was she yelling at Draymond Green during the 2016 finals? I remember that being a big thing.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So that only raises her stock, in my opinion.
Yeah,
she's just like
she's
me,
a good
for
decision
real.
maker. Yeah.
Well,
celebrities like LeBron. I like LeBron.
Small world, dude. Well, speaking of Rihanna and how much I love her and how great of an artist she is, that moves us into the real meat and potatoes of this podcast, which is about a week ago, I found this tier list on Twitter where it's like, we'll throw an image of this list into the video. But it's like those tiers where it's like S tier is up at the very top. Those are like the untouchables, best, undisputed best. And then each tier goes down, A, B, C, D, E, and they get progressively worse. Well, apparently, I don't know if this was like a bot that like AI that compiled all this info, or if like someone did it like themselves. But the Twitter account @tiermaker said nearly 6,000 submitted user tier lists have concluded that this is the title definitive rapper ranking. And dude, this list is atrocious.
Yeah, it was
terrible.
I don't know, like when I say I don't know Toots, rap or whatever what is the actual, did they say rappers?
Rap, yeah, rap.
Yeah.
Rap, hip-hop.
Rap is like something I know even less about.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I just don't listen to it that much, but even I know that this list was mad whack with Pooh Brain.
Anyone that knows, like, it just blows my mind, because, like, okay, so, like, I don't want to start, the tier that they have listed as the GOAT tier, which would be, like, the number one tier, the S tier, and any other tier list, they call it GOAT, best in the game / GOAT, and, like, I've definitely got some notes on that tier, but I kind of want to start from the bottom and work my way up, because people in here that I feel like, I'm just going to skip the trash tier, because everyone in this trash tier, I don't really even know. The tier
I didn't know anyone in the trash tier. I had no idea. I recognize like the picture of like one guy in the next tier up. I don't know.
Well, before we even get started, like who were the 6,000 people that made these tier lists? Like, how old were they? What was their age range?
14-year-olds.
Because Tupac isn't on here, Biggie isn't on here, DMX isn't on here, Wu-Tang's not on here. Like, some of the members of Wu-Tang are, but Wu-Tang as a group isn't, but Migos is on here. Like, there are groups on here, but Wu-Tang isn't. So, like, how old were these people? Like,
I don't know.
To not have Tupac or Biggie on this list at all, like, not even in the GOAT tier, like, because that can be pretty subjective, but like, to not have them on the list at all, even not in like the okay level, blows my mind. There's no way they interviewed or they took lists from anyone over 15 years old. Like, they found the most trending TikTok rappers, the ones that have the best tracks for TikTok videos, and they're like, these are the best.
Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's got to be like a young rap fans, like new rap fans list, just based on some of the people that are like in the mid-level list. Like, I don't listen to much, but I know enough to know that some of this is just straight garbage.
Yeah. So I want to address some of these names that I can see down here in. So the tier above trash is almost always lacks in quality or skill, but isn't entirely trash. Okay, so another thing before we actually start dissecting this list is, like, this is very clearly an extremely opinionated list. Like, there is no objectivity to this at all. So, like, this is all opinion. And they have Tekashi 6ix9ine in good but not great. They have him on the list, period, and not Tupac or Biggie. So that's how I know. Like, anyone that I'm about to name that I'm like, how are they not on this list? Or like, why are they not higher, or why are they not lower? You have Tekashi on this list, so this list already sucks, so I know I'm right. So we're just going to get ahead of that. But they have MF Doom in always almost always lacks in quality or skill, but isn't entirely trash. And I'll be honest, like before I found this list, I never actually like went out of my way to listen to MF Doom, but I know that he is like a staple like 90s, early 2000s rapper. And I listened to him a little bit after I found this list, and I was like, yeah, I could get into this. Like this ain't bad. But like he is well below Tekashi 6ix9ine, as is Killer Mike, which is Killer Mike is Run the Jewels. Like I'm gonna get irritated. They had Royce da 5'9" in that list. The other half of Bad Meets Evil with Eminem. Like, come on,
Run
man.
the Jewel is way too popular to be in the second tier, especially to be below Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Run the Jewels and Killer Mike are both in that same tier. Yeah. That blows my mind. Like that's not like, really my kind
that
of.
Almost always lacks quality.
I feel like that's not. I mean, like that's not my kind of rap. I've never really been able to get into Run the Jewels, but like I recognize the quality of it. Like it's not always trash.
Yeah,
just that doesn't make sense to me. I'm not really gonna try to move anyone down a tier other than like I guess 6ix9ine. But like
I have a few I would move down a tier.
Yeah, I mean there are a few that I would, but like we could be here for like an hour talking about this list if I were to totally rearrange this thing.
Yeah.
But did anyone stand out to you in that tier? A lot of them. Honestly, a lot of those people I didn't really recognize either.
I really don't recognize them, but Run the Jewel, they're popular enough, I thought, at least.
Weren't they at Bunbury one year that we were going to go?
They were there the year we went, weren't they?
Yeah, they were there like the day after or day before we went, because that was the year we only went to one day.
Yeah, and I mean, and they're a really popular, I mean, they've got like collabs with Nike and stuff like that. Like they've got they've got the Run the Jewel dunk coming out, you know. So like, I mean, they're like, you know, you don't freaking see Cupcake, whoever that is. I don't even know who that is. Getting a collab, you know, getting that kind of attention, and which isn't the best way to judge how good a band is. But I mean, if they're that popular, I don't know. I wouldn't think they'd be in.
Yeah. And I get music.
At least not in that.
Music is a very personal experience, but like, if this is the average of 6,000 people's tastes, it should have been better. Also, freaking Freddie Gibbs is in there. I've listened to him before. He's not always trash. Like, I don't know, man. This like I said, this list. Okay. Looking at this next tier, occasionally good, but not consistently. Mostly inconsistent in quality. I am gonna knock someone down from this tier, and that's Machine Gun Kelly.
You're knocking him down?
I'm knocking him down because I never got into his music either, but then he decided to make a diss track on Eminem because he thought he was good enough to diss Eminem.
Yeah.
And Eminem bodied him back so hard that he switched genres entirely. He's like, damn, I can't rap anymore. I gotta go make terrible pop punk music. And I've only ever heard like 2 of his pop punk songs. I don't like that either. But yeah, as far as rap is concerned, I want to support him so bad because he's from Ohio. He's from Cleveland, like a local kid, man. Like that was a bragging point for a minute before I ever started listening to him. I was like, yeah, dude, Machine Gun Kelly. He was at the victory parade for the Cavs. He was on a float. So I got to see like 30 seconds of him as he drove by.
Well, we saw him live at Bunbury.
Yeah, we did. But yeah, he shouldn't be that high ranked. If you're gonna go after arguably the best to ever do it for no reason and get trashed that hard, so hard that you realize that you're so bad at the genre you have to switch, you shouldn't be in the middle of the list.
I can't speak for his rap game because I never really listened to his rap. I've heard some of the pop punk kind of stuff he's going for, and I don't hate it. It's okay. I don't really listen to him, but I don't know.
Also in that list, we've got Youngboy NBA. From what I understand, he's pretty popular. I've never listened to any of his music, but I know a lot of people like him. Lil Dicky's in that list. I don't know. I feel like that might be the right spot for Lil Dicky.
Yeah, because it really is like he's really is hit or miss. I just like the show, Dave.
I like the show. Yep, for sure. But I also like there's a lot of his songs, dude. Honestly, I think my favorite song of his might be Molly, like that sad.
Yeah, with Brendan Urie.
Yeah, like it's a sad song, but like that's a really good song.
Yeah,
Who else we got in here? Kyle.
You got G-Eazy. Aren't you a big G-Eazy guy?
I don't know that I'd say a big G-Eazy guy.
Oh, I like it. You were.
I probably used to be back in like high school. Like when he first started getting really popular, I think I was really kind of into him. And then I kind of so I saw him the first year I went to Bunbury, went without you. And I don't know, he just had this like super douche persona. Like he was like up there gyrating in front of all these teen girls and everything. I'm like, a little uncomfortable. But yeah, he's got some, obviously, like some classics from when he first started getting popular, and a lot of his new music I've actually really enjoyed. So yeah, I don't know that I'd move him up or down, but I do
be the right spot for him.
I do kind of like him.
Who else we got? We got Bad Baby in here, which everyone only knows her because of the Cash Me Outside How About That thing. That's
okay. I actually so a couple weeks ago I was listening to another podcast where they talked about her. And they brought up one of her songs, so I went and listened to it. It's not horrible. It's not terrible.
I remember listening to one when she first came out with music. I'm like, that could have been a lot worse. It was okay.
Yeah, it's not like bad music. It's not something, I'm not gonna say I'm a Bad Baby fan, but like, it wasn't like terrible. Kyle, I like Kyle a lot. I think
T-Pain's in this list.
T-Pain's in this list. You can't. Oh my word, dude! He's done so much. He's made so many hits and like produced so much stuff. How is he in this?
I didn't
list?
realize T-Pain was down on occasionally good, but not consistently.
That doesn't make sense. Ty Dolla $ign, I don't know enough about him. Designer, I don't know enough about him. Kyle, I like a lot. I got into Kyle when I worked security. One of my buddies over there was really into Kyle, and his stuff still comes up in my Discover Weekly, and I usually like it. I don't know that I've ever heard a bad song from him, but I've never like tried to get into him. I just know a handful of his songs. See, JPEG Mafia, I think he's pretty good. Anytime I've listened to him, I've enjoyed his music.
Dude, Macklemore's in this one. Isn't that him? Dude,
I
love Macklemore.
You can defend Macklemore all you want. I don't know about his rap though.
Dude, Downtown is an absolute
Why do you guys like that song so much?
It's just so catchy, dude.
I don't know if it is.
No, it is. And like one of the best lines is that what does he say? He's like when he's talking about cruising through the suburbs and he's just some guy's yelling at him, he's like, shut the hell up, Dan, sit the hell down and mow your damn lawn. Dude, it's a great song. That's what everyone listen to that song. Yeah, I recommend that.
Everyone in our family did for some reason.
Macklemore should be best in the game. Go.
Whoa, that's a bold statement right there. You heard it here.
Probably above
Eminem.
That's right.
Take it from people who don't know Toots.
Yeah,
Macklemore has some of the best Toots around.
And you can trust us.
Because we don't know.
Let's move up to good but not great. Might be somewhat inconsistent.
This is where it starts to get spicy. This is where
let's talk about
this is crazy.
Yeah, let's talk about what me and you both were saying is ridiculous. So in this list, which is good but not great, might be somewhat inconsistent, they have Rihanna, which is I think already she's already too low.
Yeah.
That's way too low because she has so many hits, like so many. She's such a staple. But I guess this is rap, so I don't know, But you got to look at the other people right next to her. Is Cardi B, and I'm sorry,
you can't put them in the same tier. You can't do it.
Yeah, that is absurd. Saying they're on the same level, like, oh man, like I could complain about Cardi B stuff, but
I'm not gonna lie, Cardi B, like her beat's good, like her production is really good, like she has like good music, and her flow is honestly like it's not bad. I can't like stand her voice, and I can't like her lyrical content is all the exact same. Just like I can't
stand her voice.
I can't get into her. I just can't. I
can't stand her voice either. And yeah,
she sounds like
I don't like her
like
songs.
A baby.
It sounds like she's a gangster baby that kind of is kind of sick.
Yeah. So yeah. Rihanna and Cardi B definitely don't deserve to be in the same tier. I feel like before we knock Cardi B down one, just because she does have good music, I feel like we should just knock Rihanna up one.
Rihanna definitely up
one. At least
yeah.
one.
I don't know if I'd put her best in the game GOAT, but
right.
I mean, she'd be, you know.
I ain't gonna lie. From a personal perspective, I do see 2 of my GOATs in this tier, and we still have 2 tiers to go.
Who are your 2 GOATs?
My favorite rapper of all time, and this is, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, because I know in his own circle, he doesn't get a lot of love, but Logic is my favorite rapper.
Yeah, I knew that one.
I love Logic. I mess with a lot of his music. I mean, like, obviously, like, a lot, like, anybody that's a fan of anybody, there's music of his that I didn't like that much, stuff that I thought didn't do too well, but I have always been with Logic since the Incredible True Story. I found that album in college and started listening to it. I have a Metropolis poster on my wall right now. I love Logic, dude. And
yeah, he's been your top Spotify listen for like
6-7 years in a row. Yeah, he's been my number 1 Spotify artist for like almost, I think, 7 years now. Yeah, I mess with him heavy. But him and, believe it or not, Big Sean, I would, as a personal choice, would put in the GOAT, because like it was probably like when I first moved down here, and I was just like kind of listening to music, and like every time I think it was a Logic song that had Big Sean on it. I heard Big Sean, I was like, you know what? Every time I hear Big Sean, I like him. And then I started listening to like obviously he has all the popular songs like I Don't F With You, Bounce Back, like all those really popular songs. So I started listening to a lot of his songs. I was like, man, dude, this guy is good. Like his flow is really smooth and fast, and like he's clever. I like his voice. He's got great like beats, dude. Every time, yeah. So I realized, I was like, oh, I don't just like hearing Big Sean. I like Big Sean. So I would maybe those are probably 2 very debatable picks, but I would definitely put those in my GOAT level.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna go Logic. Just because.
But it's crazy that either of them are in this tier. Good, but not great.
Yeah, I know enough that they should be bumped up. Them and Rihanna need to be bumped up.
Yeah.
Who I think should be bumped down in this tier, I'm seeing Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't know.
Obviously,
I think
he should be bumped down. He should be off the list. He should be in trash.
Yeah. And then Jaden Smith. I don't know. I didn't think he was good enough to be. I mean, right now he's on the same tier as Logic and Big Sean and Rihanna. I don't know.
Ice Cube.
I actually have listened. And I have listened to his music, and it's just not good. It's really hard to get into.
Really, I haven't really listened to him.
It's like the kind of music, you know, when you're listening to a song and you think it's like about to have that drop or that beat or something that you know that's going to make you be like, nice, that's the best part of the song, and it keeps it's just that kind of music where you're sitting there waiting for that to like come, and then the song's done and you never get it. Like, I hate those kinds of songs.
Yeah,
that's kind of the vibe I get from his music. I never really liked his.
Well, he the one song of his that I did like was a song that he did with Willow, with his sister. Excuse me.
The Summertime one.
Yeah, Summertime in Paris. That's a pretty good song. I like that.
Yeah, that was not bad.
I like that. But
I couldn't even name his other songs. I just listened to his music when it was coming out, and I was just like, well, also,
so we addressed Ice Cube. Ice Cube and 50 Cent are both on here. Both godfathers of like 90s, early 2000s rap. Should not be out. I mean, like, I don't really listen to either of them either. But if we're talking like opinion, I would put them higher just because like I know what they mean. Like, I know who they are and what they've done. Schoolboy Q, I would bump him up for the same reason. Wiz Khalifa is in this tier.
Is he? I missed that.
He's at the bottom, right between Lil Pump and who is this? NW Mel? I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa, dude. Who doesn't know one Wiz Khalifa song? Like, and who, like, he is like, if you smoke a blunt and someone says throw on some rap, you're putting on Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
Like, that's,
I mean, what?
Like,
no.
Everyone listens to Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, he's too low. I don't know. Again, I wouldn't
I'd
say
bump him up
go, but
at least one.
yeah,
Very talented. Yeah, I'd bump him up to very talented.
yeah, that's.
Corday's in here. I like Corday. I might leave him where he's at, but I don't listen to him enough either to know.
Yeah.
Quavo, I feel like should probably be bumped up just because of his accomplishments. Chance the Rapper's in here. I don't know. Chance the Rapper is one of those hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
I guess that might mean he's in the right tier as far as my opinion goes.
Chief Baby isn't.
Oh yeah, the baby. I've actually kind of gotten into him recently too.
Yeah, I thought he was a pretty. I don't know.
He's definitely popular, but I don't know. Joyner Lucas, I like him. Anytime I hear him on something, I like it. Anderson .Paak, like I said when we were talking about the Super Bowl, last year's Super Bowl, I like Anderson .Paak. I feel like he should be at least one tier higher, I think. But friggin', we got there's a lot of like big names, people I know that are big names that I still don't even listen to, like Meek Mill, Joey Badass, Gunna, Offset, Takeoff. Like, I don't really listen to them as much as I probably should. Gucci is in here. I feel like Gucci's done enough for the scene too. Like, he should probably be up.
That's what I was thinking.
That's just like I said. Some of these tiers are just some of these names. Boogie with the Hoodie. I don't know. So, like I said, we could talk about each one of these names and just be here forever.
But let's hop up to this is the second to highest tier. Very talented, nearly flawless, but not top tier. We got people like Lil Wayne, who
Lil Wayne.
I thought, what are you gonna say?
Well, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I thought just people loved him enough that he was gonna be in the GOAT. Honestly,
I've heard him in the GOAT discussion forever. Like,
that's what I was thinking. Like, I thought he would be up there because for a while when I was younger, I could have sworn it was Eminem or Lil Wayne. Who's the GOAT?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
So I kind of expected him to be at the top, and then when I realized he wasn't, and then saw some of the people that were, like,
remember how hard we bumped Fireman back in the day?
Yes, dude.
Yeah. Like, even just from a nostalgia standpoint, I'd put Lil Wayne in the GOAT. But like, also he's one of those guys that just has like so many hits, and he's been around forever, and he's always been good at it, and
he's been on so many tracks with so many other top tier. I mean, just so many other top tier rappers.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe that he wasn't in the GOAT tier. Yeah. And I am gonna say I don't know that I'd rearrange before we get to it, and I don't want to jump ahead, but like before we rearrange the GOAT tier, I don't think that I would change that much about it, but I would put Lil Wayne into it.
Yeah.
Post Malone as very talented, nearly flawless, but not top tier. Yeah, he's definitely very talented. I know he's definitely very popular. I don't know that I'd bump him down. I can't get into all his music, but he does have a lot of good songs.
I like a lot of his songs. And plus, honestly, just as a person, I think he's funny. He's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
But I like his music. I'll be bumping a song. I'll be like, who is this? I'll be like, oh, it's Post Malone. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'd keep him there. But yeah, I wouldn't quite put him at GOAT. I don't know.
Yeah.
The problem is I just think you got to be around a while to be GOAT too. Like, that's
true.
You know. So
that's a fair point. Tyler the Creator, I would not put him up in this tier. I'd probably bump him down one. I might, as an opinion, I might even bump him down two, because anytime I've tried listening to like the last 2 or 3 albums he's dropped, and I'm like, all right, there's got to be something I'm missing about Tyler the Creator. And then I listen to each album, and I'm like, I can't get into it. There's like one song on each album that I'm like, yeah, I like this, but like,
yeah.
I love freaking Loiter Squad. Like, I love Loiter Squad. But as far as music goes, I can't get into Tyler the Creator. Just can't do it.
I never really listened to his music, so I can't say much. I know the name just because he's popular. So.
Yeah. 21 Savage is another one of those guys that I've been that every time I hear him on a feature, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like this. So I've been getting into 21 Savage a little bit. I don't know if I'd put him in this tier, but you know,
looking at Jay-Z though, man, I kind of
Jay-Z. Yeah, I forgot Jay-Z was in this tier.
I'm kind of surprised that he's not.
He should be up in the GOAT.
Yeah,
just because of his accomplishments, and like, I love his, like, like I just love his music too. He should be up in the GOAT for sure.
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg should be up there. I don't listen to a lot of Snoop Dogg, but he should be up in the GOAT just because, I mean, Snoop Dogg, dude.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's crazy to me that Snoop Dogg's down below GOAT.
You were talking about that Super Bowl halftime show. The starting of that song, dude, everyone knows that song.
La-di-da-di-da.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Come on.
It's Snoop Dogg, dude. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how he gets anything under GOAT. Childish Gambino, I don't know that I put him in GOAT. He might be in the right tier. I like Childish Gambino a lot.
Yeah, I think he's in the right tier too, though.
Migos?
He's got a lot of good songs. He just, I don't know if he has enough top tier songs to be in GOAT.
I don't really know that he's, I mean, granted, I don't listen to the radio that much. I don't know that he's ever had one that like gets radio popular, like even Lil Wayne or Snoop Dogg or anybody would have.
Yeah. Well, what was I can't remember the name of this, Whatever America one.
Oh, yeah. This Is America. Yeah, I guess that was
America.
On the radio,
I was thinking Made in America. I know that wasn't. I thought that one.
That was on the radio, wasn't it?
Yeah, that made its rounds. Well,
that's true. You're right.
The music video is what got insanely popular from that. Yeah, I think a lot of memes just because of how he was moving and everyone was kind of funny.
I forgot about that. But I like Childish Gambino, and I like him as an actor. I think.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Atlanta on Hulu?
No.
You should.
No.
But
I have watched The Community, and so.
Oh yeah, Community.
He's pretty funny in that. I mean, he's the saving grace of that show. Him and Abed are the saving grace of that show.
Saving grace. Those first couple seasons of that show are phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Wow. Okay.
I like that show.
This ain't a TV show review on, but man, I would argue that. I don't know about that. But yeah, so we got, let's hear, I think you covered
Migos.
Did you talk about Tyler, the Creator?
Yeah. Migos is in this tier. I don't listen to them enough, but I feel like probably they are in the right tier, just based on popularity.
Yeah.
Mac Miller does not belong in this tier. I'm going to put him in one of my GOAT spots.
I
love Mac Miller.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, I think a lot of it was like, I don't know, just now that, this is all we've got of him. I think there's a lot of nostalgia from it.
Yeah.
I think that's huge for it.
But he's still, they're still putting out music from it. He created so much stuff that his camp is still releasing music.
Yeah.
And I'm still loving it. I'm still enjoying it. He just came out, or his team just came out with an album a couple months ago over the summer.
Oh, nice.
It's still really good.
Nice.
I'm still really enjoying it. Juice WRLD, I don't know enough about.
He's one of those people that, songs. Juice WRLD is just one of those people that I just their fan base is so loyal and just gush about him anytime I hear about him from his fan base. So I don't know. Definitely. I don't know about his stuff either.
Denzel Curry. What?
Nothing.
Oh, well, Denzel Curry is also on this tier. I would say he's probably in the right tier. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. He's one of those people I don't know enough about him. But I know he kills that verse on that Glass Animals song, the Tokyo Drifting song.
Yeah, that verse is okay.
That's a great
I knew I recognized his name. Yeah, that verse, dude. I listened to that song just for that verse.
Yeah. Yeah, dude,
it's a good song, but that verse, when he hits that Tokyo Drifting, that's
yeah, dude. That's good stuff. But I've seen there was this guy I used to watch on YouTube, Kenny Beats. He would get a bunch of rappers to come into his studio, and he'd make up a beat on the spot, and then the rapper would go and freestyle over it. And he did one with Denzel Curry, and I really liked it. So I was like, okay, Glass Animals verse, this freestyle, I could probably get into Denzel Curry. And I don't hate his music, but it's just not my kind of rap. So I was never able to get into him, but I don't know that I don't think I'd knock him down a tier. He's definitely got some talent.
Yeah.
And with the right music, I think I could really get into him, but it's not for me.
Yeah. Well, let's move up to the best in the game. Let's talk about all right, here, I'm going to list off the names we got in this. Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, which could be controversial now, Travis Scott, J. Cole, Drake, Eminem, and Lil Uzi Vert.
We are talking strictly rap levels. We're not talking social impact anymore.
Yeah, we're talking just rap, I guess. Yep. So yeah, I guess you can keep this.
I would keep Kendrick up there.
The person I would think, I mean, Kanye fans are so diehard for his music that, you know, you might end up, I might end up dead somewhere if I say anything against him, so I'm just not even going to do that. But Travis Scott is someone I don't know.
I think he needs to knock down just one tier. Just one.
That's what I thought. Just the one. That's the one Kanye, that I was like.
I would definitely leave Kanye in the GOAT. Like, he changed the whole game. Like, when he, graduation, I don't know, everything he's ever done other than, like his last 2 or 3 albums, like, he is, like, radio and, like, summer anthems, radio hits, like, everything he's done gets popular and for a good reason. And I never watched his documentary on Netflix. I wanted to, but I never did, and I don't think it's on there anymore. But from what I understand, that dude is, like, truly a musical genius. Like when he's on his meds, he is a super smart guy, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Eminem, collaboration. Obviously. Oh yeah, Eminem, absolutely. Eminem would be my number 1 pick. Eminem, for sure.
That would be my, like, if Eminem wasn't up there, then I wouldn't even be talking about this list right now, because he's got to be. Like, I get he's got some weird stuff, like, of course, he's a weird guy, but man, just like you think about, like, just like his diss, I love his diss wars with other people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. J. Cole, I would keep in there. J. Cole, for me, I would definitely keep in there.
How do you feel about Lil Uzi Vert being in there?
Bro, I could not name you off the top of my head one of his songs.
I've only listened to a little bit.
I've never listened to him.
I didn't think he had been, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't think he had been around that long. So that's, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, Toots, but maybe he's, like, just been a staple forever, but I didn't start hearing about him until the past, like, I feel like 2020 for some reason was when I started hearing about him a bunch. Maybe. So I just, in my opinion, from what little I know about him, I thought he was just too new to it to be in the GOAT scene.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But people love him. I see stuff about him all the time. Yeah, they really do. People love him.
I'm sure if I listened to him, I'd find songs that I like. But as it is right now, I know 0 Toots from Lil Uzi Vert. So I definitely would not put him in GOAT. I don't even know if I'd put him in the 2nd tier.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't know him enough. I don't, like, the fact that, like, I've never even accidentally heard one of his songs. I don't think he should be in either of those top 2 tiers.
Yes.
But Eminem should be up there. Yeah. Drake, do you think Drake should be in the GOAT tier?
I mean, I don't hate that he's up there, I guess. If he was, I think it's more like if he was in the very talented, nearly flawless, I'd be like, yeah. And since he's in the GOAT, I'm like, yeah, okay. I can see it going either way, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. But he's one of those dudes that's made so many popular songs. And, like, he kind of, like, I don't know that he popularized it necessarily, but, like, the like, singing rap, like, when you think of, like, dudes that sing on rap beats, you think Drake.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, like, this music genre is, of popular music genres, this is one of the ones that I listen to, probably one of the lesser amounts. I mean, I share enough playlists with you and listen to enough music that you share and stuff that I see, right? I've listened to a lot of these artists and stuff like that, but the problem is I've got to, I've got to listen to the song and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's that guy. So that's where it gets hard for me, especially when talking GOATs.
Yeah. Well, then in that case, who would you put? If you had, ignoring this list, we've covered this list. We've kind of established who we would and wouldn't put in the total GOAT tier. But for yourself, who would your top 5 be? Your top 5 GOATs?
It would be definitely Eminem and Lil Wayne. Those are 2 of my favorite. I'll be honest. I love watching videos of Tyler, the Creator, perform. I've never seen him perform. I don't know if I'd put him in my GOATs, though. Snoop Dogg, definitely in my GOATs list. Jay-Z definitely in the GOATs list. What is that? That's 4.
4.
I guess I am. I mean, it probably would have to be Kanye West. Would have to be up there.
Wow. Okay. All right.
But that's with me knowing little about these Toots. But I know Kendrick Lamar's huge too. But like you said, like Kanye West, the amount he's done in music is, ignore him going kind of bonkers. Sometimes it's crazy what he's done for music. So.
Right. Well, that's the other thing is like I feel like GOATs kind of, if you give someone the title GOAT, they have to be like a household name. So like if you were to ask, like I kind of the barometer is if you were to ask mom, like our mom, who's the best football player of all time? Without thinking, she'd probably say Tom Brady.
Yes.
And then if you were to ask her, like maybe not the best, but like if you were to ask her, Mom, name me a rapper, she would say Eminem. But I don't think Kendrick would make that list for her. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, he would probably be in my top 5. I think my top 5 would be Eminem easily. And I think number 2 would be Logic, just as a personal preference. Either J. Cole, and then I guess my last 3 would be J. Cole, Kendrick, and Big Sean. In any order. I don't know what order I'd put them in, but Eminem, Logic, J. Cole, Kendrick, Big Sean, I think would be my GOATs.
Yeah. Lil Wayne's not sneaking in there. No Macklemore? Man, I guess I didn't put Macklemore away.
You should have, dude. The way you raved about that Downtown song, I would think.
Yeah, okay, I'm redoing my top 5. Macklemore, Eminem.
Checks out.
Yeah.
I like it. Now, those are some Toots.
Yeah. Toots on deck.
Yeah, I think that's a good list though. Those are. I mean, now that we've fixed it, I think we're looking at a better list.
Yeah, but we'll have this graphic popped up so you guys can see what we're talking about and sit there and just feel about the people you think should be higher or lower and let us know what you guys are thinking.
Tell us why we're right or wrong.
A bad list.
Yeah,
but. All right, we've talked about that. Let's talk about that list for a while. Let's move on to the last thing we're going to talk about today. Something near and dear to mine and Rob's heart. Yellow Card, baby, coming back on tour. Let's go. Didn't think it was going to happen because they said their last one was their last one.
Dude, it's crazy because when I was editing our last episode, we were talking about how bad Yellow Card needs to do a reunion tour.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like, you said that and
existence.
Like, oh, yeah.
That's how we're subscribing.
Dude.
Oh,
it's
man.
Crazy that we said that because like I was editing that. I was like, no way we said that right before they announced that they were reuniting for a tour, dude. That's crazy.
It sounds so fake, dude.
I want to go to that so bad, but like down here, I'd be going to it by myself, and I'd probably go to it by myself if Amberlyn was coming to one of the dates nearby.
They're all out west. It sucks. That
out
dude,
by California.
I swear. It's never good days for me to go on these tours, and the band that I want to be there is never there. But
yeah,
I'm looking at if I went, so I'd be going to the show in Detroit. I'd be seeing everyone, but would I be seeing everyone but Amberlyn? Let me see. I'd be seeing Mayday Parade. I'd be seeing Story of the Year, and I wouldn't be seeing This Wildlife. I'd be seeing Emo Night Brooklyn, and I've never heard of them. But Yellow Card is all I would care about. But celebrating 20 years of Ocean Avenue. That's the tour. My goodness, So me and Rob went to the final Yellow Card show in Ohio, which was
Warped Tour, baby.
2017 Warped or 2016 Warped Tour.
Something
it was the summer after I graduated high school. 2016 Warped Tour, and they were the last show of the day. So you think everyone would just go there. I mean, it's the last show. And that was a fantastic lineup of Warped Tour in general. And all of the fans, they had Sum 41, Good Charlotte, like Less Than Jake.
That was like the year of like throwback pop punk. Like that was like you would expect to see that same lineup like 10 years previous in Warped Tour.
You would think no one would be leaving for Yellow Card other than some like new fans that really don't know much other than whatever new bands were there. I don't really remember, but people were leaving, so they formed that giant circle pit by the they had us like Yellow Card was like form the circle pit over by the exit so people couldn't get out.
Yeah, dude, it was good stuff.
That was a good show.
That was fun. Man, I still might even just go see it. If I were to go, I'd be going to Atlanta. It'd be Mayday Parade, Story of the Year, and This Wildlife. And to be honest, I never really got that into Mayday Parade or Story of the Year. Definitely not This Wildlife. Like, man,
Story
dude, I wish I could see Yellow Card and Amblin. That would be great.
Yeah, that would be cool. It's two bands that needed to be doing it again are doing it again.
Exactly.
Yeah, but never get cool stuff, man.
No.
But yeah, so the problem is it's in the middle of the week, and like I'm okay with that, but
I think mine was a Thursday, which would work.
Yeah,
for me.
that's like I think mine's like a Monday or so. I don't remember. It doesn't matter that much. Either way, if it could be a Saturday, that would just be dandy.
True.
But it's been so long since I've been to a good pop punk concert.
It's been so long since I've been to a concert, dude.
Like, yeah, I mean, just
I need to get out there and throw some bows around.
Yeah, it's there. I go to some local bars and I'll see, because there was one that had a band that was a pop punk, apparently a cover band. They said they made their own music, so I wanted to go see them. But they didn't sing any of their own music. That's like the closest I've been in a while to anything pop punk.
Yeah, it's rough out here.
Yeah. So, but, well, dude, maybe the stars will align. Hold on. And we'll be in the same town together for that show.
We can work on that. We can work. You're right.
Oh, you got me into this music. You brought me to these shows. Brought me to my first. I think it was my birthday present. The first work tour we went to.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
You threw me into the pit of Chunk No Captain Chunk. That was my first Captain Chunk.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, man, yeah. I don't have fun going to these kind of shows unless I'm going with you. Like, I went to that State Champs 4 Years Strong show like a year and a half ago, and I was like, these people, my friends, aren't going to be as into this as me and Steven would be. It's a bummer.
Yeah, it's just jamming to this, because we were always 2 hours away from whatever show we went to. So just jamming just as much as we could to do some last minute studying,
some cramming.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, those were the
good
days.
times.
Well, before we sign off, I know you only listened to one track, and apparently Skrillex released 2 albums within 2 days. I thought he only released the one, so my bad on that. But I listened to his new album, Quest for Fire. I liked it a lot. I've been jamming to it all day. What about you? You listened to one song.
I liked the one song. I was jamming to that one song. Old Skrillex was like, I jammed Old Skrillex hard, and and it's good to still see music that I still like from him. And I did see some stuff about the album. I should have listened to it earlier, but I didn't. But a lot of people were like, it's so good to see an artist that has stopped making music for so long and can still come back with great music.
Yeah, it's actually good. Like, it's definitely not like Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. So if that's what you're hoping for, don't listen to it. But it's definitely good music. I really liked it.
Yeah, we can. I promise I'll listen to that album before our next taping.
Well,
and we can dissect it more. Yeah. So,
all right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna put this one up hopefully by the end of this week, and then we'll be a little more up to date. And it looks like we're trying to do this every other week, so we'll be back in a couple of weeks. A brand new episode of Tootin'.
And I don't know what I was about to say there.
Yeah, me neither.
Perfect. Yeah, stay tuned for more.
End on a strong note, just like that.
Yeah, just end on that and then that's it. That's all. But
all right, dude. Well, we'll catch up on the next one. We'll bring the Toots nice and strong on the next one.
Yes, we will. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for listening.
Yep, appreciate y'all. See ya.